The SBI hasn't had the best of weeks, remember? 2%, that was the chance it gave Roma of advancing. And now it's got Bayern Munich as favourites, 55%. Real Madrid coming in as the underdogs, despite the fact they're looking to win this competition for the third consecutive year. Is that right, Shaq? Are Bayern favourites?
In my mind, yes. I've been saying that for a little while now. Agreeing with the SBI is a little bit concerning, I'll admit. But 55-45 is not a lot of wiggle room in that, one has to be favourite the other. Maybe you take into consideration that Real made harder work of Juventus than they should have. That comes into the factoring.
Have not played anyone.
They've been 100% under Heinkes. Outside of that Sevilla game of late, where they drew, outside of that, they have been absolutely unstoppable.
Still unplayed. Bayern have played 4 games in the Champions League. First one against Besiktas. Besiktas, the guy gets sent off after 15 minutes, and then they go on to win 5-0, which means the return leg doesn't.
Sure.
They're not going to come back. Against Sevilla, they were really poor, I thought, in the first leg. They ended up winning 2-1. I think Bayern are a tremendous side, a very talented side. If Manuel Neuer returns, then I think maybe it's even a toss-up. But I think it's really difficult to assess how good Bayern are right now, because since December 1st, I actually ran some numbers on this. There's been so much rotation in the squad as he's tried different combinations of players and whatever. Only 2 players have started more than 2/3 of Bayern's games since then. You have this situation where you're not quite sure, I think, what the logical 11 is. I think there's an issue of chemistry there that I'm saying it's good or bad. I mean, maybe they're all rested, so they'll be even better. But we simply don't know. And one maybe small hint is their performance, again, since December 1st, against the other top teams in Germany. Against Borussia Dortmund in the Cup. They won 2-1. It was pretty close. Against Schalke, they won 1-0. And again, that game could have gone the other way. And against Leipzig, they lost. Now, admittedly, last time they played Dortmund, they absolutely mullered them. But, it's not like you have this sense of dominance that you normally have. And maybe it's down to the giant lead and whatever else. But it's a bit of a question mark,
I think this is a totally different kettle of fish. It's all right.
Who's your favourite, Paul?
I've got to go with Real Madrid. Maybe I've been listening to Burley too much, but they've been terrible in La Liga this season. By their own standards, been terrible. But when it seems that they come to the Champions League, they just seem to pull it out of the hat. Now, whether that's luck or judgment, I'm not really sure. But I just think defensively, I think Real Madrid have just got a little bit too much.
See, now, again, as much as we criticise Bayern Munich for their lack of competition and their stumbling, this is a Real Madrid that have stumbled in the league. This is a Real Madrid team, and as much as you praise their defence, just conceded 3 at home, albeit without Sergio Ramos. But albeit without Sergio Ramos. What I'm saying is we can pick and prod at both these teams and find fault. Ultimately, 55-45, when you really look at it, isn't that big a split.
Obviously, it's close, but the fact that Bayern are favourites is quite interesting, considering Real Madrid are a team that have knocked out PSG, that have knocked out Juventus, that have won this competition so much and dominated. It just seems strange that you would sit in the Bayern Munich corner and have them as favourites.
I've been sitting in this corner for quite some time. I'm not leaving this corner. Dan?
Over 2 legs, I think that Real Madrid have just got too much. We do wax lyrically about Ramos and about the defensive frailties sometimes of his. But when you look at what Real Madrid have got going forward and in the middle of the park, the options that Zidane's got, I just think it's going to be too much for Bayern.